It's Kim from Kim's Homestead with you again, here in Victoria, Australia. Today I'm bringing you back in the kitchen and I'm going to be making a copycat KFC coleslaw. And if I get enough time, I'm also going to make a creamy cucumber salad. And once again, if I get enough time, I'm also going to be making a little bit of sauerkraut. So as I'm going to be making these things, I thought I'd bring you along with me. So I've got a few vegetables already prepared, and I've got a nice little big container. These containers are great, they're the collapsible ones. And this one here is full of chopped sweet onion. I also have some carrots that are already peeled. I have some cabbage that's already been decored. Excuse my dishwasher. It'll finish in a minute. This has been washed and decored and ready for slicing. And what else have I got? I've got the start of the cucumber salad ready to go. I've sort of done this before I decided to do this video. So what I have in here is 2 Lebanese cucumbers that have been peeled and sliced. I have some of the chopped sweet onion, and I also decided to finally chop a few pecan nuts as well. Now I still have to do some apple for this one here, and of course the mayonnaise that's going to go on it. So I'll just put that aside. And I've got my trusty old food processor. It's just a Sunbeam multi-processor, which I picked up from the Good Guys. You should be able to pick one up similar to this at the Good Guys if you're wanting one. So I need a chopping board and a knife. So I'll just chop this a little bit thinner. Now I'm going to grate the cabbage so that it's nice and fine. So I'll edit out the noise. I don't know about you, but I love coleslaw. I'll chop. We'll always have a little bit of in there. Right, now for our carrot. Put that over there for a minute. How quick is that? Only thing, you always get a couple of big bits. Oh well. Okay, that's all the vegetable prep. So what I will do now is tidy this mess up and get the ingredients out to make the mayonnaise, and I'll be back. Well, we're all set up, ready to go. So this recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, now I have my great-granddaughter, she's allergic to eggs, highly allergic to eggs, so I'm using, rather than making my own mayonnaise, which is an egg-based mayonnaise, I am using Hellmann's vegan mayo, picked up just from the supermarket. and it has no eggs whatsoever in it. And so 1/2 cup. It's actually not bad. Very creamy. Has that vinegar taste of mayo. Not bad at all. I quite like that. Right, that is mayo. To that we will add 1/3 cup of sugar, I just have plain old white sugar. This is what I have. You do you. So 1/3 cup of sugar. Quarter cup of milk. This is just long life, full cream milk. Quarter cup of buttermilk. Have to make some buttermilk scones after this. Maybe some buttermilk pancakes tomorrow for breakfast. Have to figure out ways of using this. 2.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now I've got the real lemon juice that I preserved earlier in the year. I have a video on that which I'll link below for you. It's not thawed out yet, so I might wait on that a little bit. I might stick it in the microwave for a second. Just to thaw it out. And 1.5 tablespoons of white vinegar. vinegar. Now, how much lemon juice was that? 2.5 tablespoons. And salt and pepper to taste. Now I'm using pink Himalayan salt. And just some ground black pepper. Nice. Now we mix it all up. And I think we'll have a little taste and see what it's like. That's it. Yum. Oh, that is nice. Right. Now we add our other ingredients. Now I want to keep some of this cabbage. Righto, so that will be some for the sauerkraut. Don't want a huge amount. And it was mainly the sauerkraut for that one, for the cabbage. So, yeah, shove another spoon in there, should be right. Now, we'll put it together. So we want, let's see, that coarse carrot that I chopped can go in for the sauerkraut. This one can go in here. There's that. And now for the onion. I don't want it too oniony, so I'll go light on the onion. Not everybody likes onion the way I do. And we'll give that a mix. Cabbage probably could have been a little more shredded instead of grated, but it's still going to be good. Why am I making so much? Well, it's my son's birthday. He's having a party. Happy birthday, darling. So, one of my duties tonight is to bring the coleslaw. That's why I'm making it, and that's why I'm making so much of it. That's why I thought I'd bring you guys along. This is the first time I'm making this recipe, and we'll see how it turns out together. Well, that's pretty well mixed. See if the ratio is any good. Do some more onion. Because normally the Kentucky coleslaw has that sort of peppery bite at the end, which I think is what the onion will do. For me, I'd put a bit more onion in that, but as I said, not everybody likes onion as much as I do, so I think that'll be good. Now, where's that jug? There we go. I'm going to save a little bit of this for our cucumber. See, that's turned into a lovely thick consistency. It does need to sit for probably a couple of hours before serving it up. And I'll probably make another batch of juice to put in that, so we'll use all of that. Yeah, it definitely needs to be juicier. That is really nice. Really nice. Where's my lid? There it is. Okay. So that goes in the fridge until it's time for the party. Now, we'll make another batch of sauce. Actually, where am I? I'd like to put some chopped apple in with my cucumber salad. I'm going to leave the peel on because that's extra nutrients. It's also extra roughage. I don't mind the peel. If you don't like it, take it off. Kids don't like it, take it off. Just going to cut it nice and fine into little squares. Just so that you're not chewing a dirty grape chunk. I don't know how much of that you got because my camera went off for some reason. So I will just continue on. So I'm also adding, after a tablespoon and a half of sour cream, is a couple of good dollops of Greek yogurt. Now this is the probiotic kind. Just adding some good probiotics to this mix. Oh, very nice. Because of the antibiotics I was on with my foot the way it was, I now have to build up my gut flora, and probiotics would be good. Rebuild the flora in the stomach. Okay, let's have a taste. That is nice. Yum. Now obviously there's too much here to use in this cucumber salad, so I'm going to use some on the salad, put some on a jar, and that I will use to drizzle over my lettuces and whatever else I'm eating. This will sit in the fridge overnight and it will be for tea tomorrow night. I'm not taking this one to the party, this one's for me. Right, a little taste test. Get all of it in there. That is so nice. Honestly, I could just hunker down to that now. Really good. So the top will go on to that and let it marinate overnight. And that will be for eating over the weekend. Now we have the sauerkraut. I'm going to be putting it into this jar. I've already got some cabbage in there. That was the real coarse cabbage that was in the shredder, and I just chopped it up a little bit. Doesn't matter if it's coarse cabbage in sauerkraut. Now I need a pummeler. I've been trying to get one of those, you know, packers, sauerkraut packers, and the little glass weights, but they're so expensive. So in the meantime, just do it by hand. So pummel it in there. You got to crush and bruise that cabbage. And we'll put a little bit of onion in there, mix him in, and a little bit of carrot. And just a little wee bit of salt. Don't want it too salty, but the salt will help draw out the juices. Pummel him in. That's that one. Now a bit more. Some more onion. And some more carrot. And some more salt. And pummel it in. And go again. The last of the cabbage. God, I'll make a mess. Last of the onion. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. And a little salt. And give it a pummel. Now if you've already got some sauerkraut, which I have in the fridge, the liquid in the bottom of the sauerkraut is actually good fermented juice. You can actually put 2 or 3 tablespoons of that in this, and that will help the process along in fermenting your sauerkraut, which is probably what I will do. Or you can leave it to its own devices and it will make that fermented juice. And once you have that fermented juice, you can go on to make other ferments, such as fermented carrots, fermented cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, anything like that. Really, really, really good for your health and for your gut flora. See how that's starting to make its own juices now? It won't be long and I'll be able to come back to this and there'll be a lot of juice in there and it will actually cover what's there. So what I might do is come back. For you it'll be just a minute, like a flash, but I'll come back, I'll clean up in the meantime and I'll finish this off with you and show you what we've done. What we have here is our sauerkraut. See all that lovely juice in there? Most of that is out of the cabbage. Now it wasn't making enough and it wasn't going to make enough to cover it. So, and the sauerkraut that I had made was obviously in the fridge a little too long and it had some mould issues on the top. It wasn't white mould, it was the other mould, so it went out. Never use the stuff with the dark mould. But anyway, this here is good. So rather than use the juice from the sauerkraut I was going to, I decided on using some of the juice from sweet spiced gherkins or pickles, whatever you like to call them, which has actually given it quite a unique flavour, which is really, really nice actually. So that will give it the acid to be able to ferment without going off, because it actually has to stay at room temperature for the next 3 to 5, maybe 7 days, depending on how you like it. So what I'm going to do now, this jar is actually a herb keep fresh container. I don't need to keep herbs fresh because honestly I grow them out in my garden and they're fresh all the time. So it was just sitting in the bottom of my cupboard and I thought this would make a good use of it. It was a gift, so I didn't want to sort of throw it out. Now I've got some cabbage leaves here. So what I will do is just fold the cabbage leaf up and put it in, and now I will push around the sides, making sure that all that shredded cabbage is tucked underneath. Now that will keep it all underneath and stop it from going yucky. Then this here, that's just the little cup for the herbs. This will actually, see if I can fit it inside the cabbage somehow. No, it's going to go the other way then. That'll do. See, it's got holes up the top so it pushes any air out, but I can push it right in underneath to make sure that cabbage stays nice and submerged, whatever, in that liquid. Then the little top, which has got a little thing on the top of it, which is absolutely ideal because it will give off gases. It needs to be able to burp. So I can just pop that in there like that, nice and loosely, see? And that way no flies or vinegar flies or bugs or anything like that can get to it, but it can breathe. And that just sits on the top like that. And then I will just put this in a bowl on my bench, somewhere out of the sunlight in a nice dark little spot. I may even put it in my corner pantry there, and I will let this brew for the next 5 to 7 days, and after about the 3rd day I'll start tasting it to see if it's fermented enough. And as soon as I like the taste and it's fermented enough, it will go in the fridge. I'll probably decanter it into a jar I can put a proper screw top lid on then, and that will keep in the fridge for, goodness, probably a good 6 to 8 months, which is pretty good. So that's that one there. And I also have some leftover cabbage leaves, which I'm going to try a new recipe. Going to try and do some stuffed cabbages using a new product that I found, but I'll bring you back for that one and we'll see how that turns out together. And here I have leftover mayonnaise for my salads through the week, the cucumber or creamy cucumber salad, which is really nice with pecans, apple and onion, and the little dots you can see I've just sprinkled over some chia seeds just for a little bit of extra health, nutrition and gut health. And also our beautiful coleslaw, which quite frankly I could take a spoonful to now and start hoeing in, but I'm not going to. That is to go to the party tonight. Whatever's left over, if there's any, I'll bring back home, and that will also be for my salads through the week. But otherwise I think I've got enough. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little detour into the kitchen with me, and if you've liked it, please think about liking and maybe subscribing, and that would be really appreciated. It helps my channel out tremendously. Well, that's it for now, and hopefully I will see you very soon. Maybe with some stuffed cabbages. Bye for now.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our little time in the kitchen together. I know I did. I thought I would finish off this video with an update on the Willy Wagtails. Now, it has been a couple of weeks since they've left the nest. I did try and get this clip on the last video that I sent out, but unfortunately it was just way too long and I had just had to cut the clips dramatically just to get in what I did. So the Willy Wagtails had to go. But hopefully this works. And I hope you enjoy a little tour of the Willy Wagtails and they're growing up and leaving the nest. They're still around. The parents are still actively feeding them. Unfortunately, there's only 2 babies now. Somebody, I don't know what got the 3rd one. I know it wasn't Barney because he was actually locked up. So it wasn't my cats. But I'm unfortunately not the only one that, well, around here I'm about the only person that does lock their cats up. Anyway, that's a fact of life, and I hope you enjoy the clips of the babies. Bye.